lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase double rings. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase double U's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase double U's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league, most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up.
Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Anthony Hitchens, second in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down. On second down, it's Cook. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Kill. 15. Yellow. Alpha. Right there. 54 Mike. Here we go. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I'm coming for it.
Mahomes going to throw. On the move to his left. Oh, he's going to take. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big pickup of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Check 31. Check 31.
They'll run for the first time with Hill. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes rolling to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Hey, 43, 15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown. Sammy Watkins, touchdown number 15 of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Leave it, 48. Check, 59.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mike. Double tight, guys, double tight. Quicker on the hop.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
There's so many things that go into playing the position of linebacker. Some of them are actually subtle. Doing the drill work that you do all the time in practice and carrying it over to the game. Get rid of blockers and get to the ball carrier and knock him down for a loss.
On second down now, it's Cook. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun, here's Cousins. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. Cousins to throw for it on fourth. Dancing to his left. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Cody Core. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. The extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Draw play, Cousins to Cook. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a back. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
1st down, Minnesota.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
An update from Buffalo. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Here's Cousins. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go play action. Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown on the season. As they are now on the board here in the first half.
As the offense went on the field to start their last drive, you know they discussed in the huddle, hey, if we put one in the end zone here, we put ourselves in a position to start making a comeback.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Turn it up. Kill. Check. 15. Check. Echo.
Mahomes will try again on second down. They complete it to Hill. And he's taken down inside the 30. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 28.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that first, and that often gets you to overcommit.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. On the season, and the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The point after is good, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Going deep for Diggs. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Yellow. 53 is the mic.
Play action now. Cousins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Frank Clark racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Cousins now. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Number 53, Mike 53. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Hey, no, easy.
Play fake. Cousins. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, Ron Thornhill. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
This is Hill. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On third down. Here's Hill. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. On fourth down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, what a move. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finished.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Roshade Breland. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Yellow. Roshade. Watch 54. Watch 54. Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, watch. Color. Deuce. Hey, 57. Check. Let's go, baby.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
For that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Yellow. Here we go, G.
On 2nd down, it's Hill.
Switch.
7 yards there and a first down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the small. Big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Yellow. Let's go, Lou, lady. Walk 54. Switch up. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll try to run it. It's Hill. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point up and through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that's... over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. For the younger fans watching this, you might think Vikings, Chiefs, and not see a lot of history in this game, but this is part of the Bowl 4, with the Chiefs winning their first and only Super Bowl title. The Vikings, of course, still yet to win a title, even though they made it 4 times to the final game back in that time period. They were in Super Bowl 4, 8, 9, and 11, but went 0 for 4 in those affairs.
Mike, 53. 53.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard
Check
line.
Mike 54. Mike 54. I know he ain't got it. Watch the edge. Check 3. Check 3. Yellow. Sponge. Sponge.
They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
54. 15. You got to go right here. You get first hand.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Yellow. 40. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Got you. I got you, son. Yellow.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Gets this one to Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. No problem there on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I'm scared.
Final play of the half, Cousins. He's going to air one out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Slam, slam, slam. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Look at it.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the 39-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
On the toss, here's Hill. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Makes the score Chiefs 42, Vikings 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And an alley to run. A big play there out of Cook. 77 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 3-yard line.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They run. Abdullah. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Amir Abdullah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ben Gideon. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Hill. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you.
Again, they run with Hill. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They give it to Hill running right. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Yellow. Go, Eddie. Hey, yellow, go. Watch the slant.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taken in at the 11. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
Yeah. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. First down, here's the run with Cook. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Two times. Alert.
Now a run with Cook. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 yards there. First down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Minnesota.
Cousins now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And got his man complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. When plays break down, that's normally when Mahomes is at his best throwing the football, but as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries, 272 yards, great elusiveness and speed, and the Chiefs obviously don't want him to be a running quarterback, but if he sees an angle like he did there, any opening, he has the ability to take it and run. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Double dog, that's the way.
Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 35.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 35 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Cousins from the gun on third. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. You remember last year he was forced into the starting role the final 3 games of the season due to attrition, and he really excelled. And then he was excellent in the playoffs against the Colts and Patriots. Strong indicator that he was ready to be the bell cow. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Hill. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
A 36-yard attempt.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And the kick by Butker is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now on 2nd and 16. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
First down, Vikings.
In your face.
Cousins on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And they take a knee. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Push him back.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Mahomes, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed. It's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Following the interception, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, receiver. Check 24.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Cousins to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. One last shot now for Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Roshade. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, The win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.